Hello everyone, today is Monday, June 17. It's 6:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, today's video is longer than usual. It's about 45 minutes or so. But Jim covers a lot in this video. He answers some questions from some of our subscribers. And it's a pretty wild ride today. Definitely worth watching what happens today and how the Autotrader handles it and how Jim handles it. The best part is at the end of the video, so I hope you all will watch the video all the way through.
Good morning, June 17th, about 11 minutes before market open. And here we are again. So last week I said 74.80 if tested and rejected would lead to 75.30. Here we are around 75.30 and the price has a problem getting through 75.30. I do believe, however, that today we will get through 75.30. I think I mentioned before the way I view price action, it's kind of like knocking on doors, right? So it will knock on one door. If that door is closed, it's going to go to the next door. So on Friday, we knocked on 74.80 and that door was closed. So they came back now to try and see if the 75.30 door is open. If 75.30 opens up, if we can get through 75.30 and stay above 75.30, we probably will be going to 7,600. So for today, for now, I am bullish. As you can see, the Autotrader is on longs only. I raised my targets to some higher numbers. So let's see here. This is my account, and I raised that to 500. And this is the funded account. And I raised that to 1,000. So this is where we are now. I might change that if we open up and it looks like 75.30 is still a barrier. Then we're going to have that choppy kind of back and forth action. 75.30 will be a barrier, but I do believe we will get through it, and I do believe we will have higher numbers, which is why I raised my targets, which is why I'm on longs only for now. If all of a sudden we start trading below, say 75.10, and kind of stay below 75.10, then 74.80 again becomes possible. I don't think they need to do that, but they might. You know, as traders, we have to think in terms of probabilities, not what is possible, but what is likely, what is probable. I think what is probable is that we will break through 75.30. I think they tested 74.80 enough. Is it possible they go down to 74.80? Of course, yes, it is possible. It's possible they're going to break through 74.80. Then we're going to see much lower prices. But for now, I am bullish. Let me just take a few more looks at the higher time frames. I will be back in a few minutes. Oh yeah, and by the way, I thank all of you who left comments and questions on Friday. At least I no longer feel like I'm a crazy man talking to myself, which is good. I will get to all the questions. I will answer all the questions. Let's get through the trading first, and then I will either make it on this video or I'll just make a second video, so just one video wouldn't be too long. But either way, I will answer all your questions. Give me a couple of minutes. Sorry, to take care of my dog. Okay, so we opened up and we are going higher and we're testing that 30. We already long on our funded, and unfortunately not on my personal account, but we are going high. If we can just break through this 30, if we can just do it fast, we're going much higher. I believe in higher prices. Let them stay above 30. Now, if you take a look to the left, my first profit is right before this first major resistance level at 40. So I'm hoping I can at least hit my first target on my funded account before this major struggle will be over 40. But as long as we stay over 30, we are good. That's okay, this is normal. Now they should not go much lower. 22, maybe not below 22. If we go below 22, my funded account is definitely in trouble. And took a loss. That's not very nice. It's okay. Okay, my personal account should go long if precision trend is broken to the upside. But the fact that we are below 22 is worrisome. Wouldn't it be something if I got stabbed to the tick on my funded? These things happen. And I am long on my account. The chart on the right. Trying another long on a funded. Well, that was a heartbreaker. I got stabbed to the tick. This is what they do. Target 1 on my own account. Stop to break even. Chart on the right. They just need to break through that 40. They start breaking 40 to the upside, and we're going to be good to go. Not sure where my second target is there. I think it's far up. Yeah. Around 45. See if I can hit first target on the funded. Recuperate some of that loss. What a shame that was, huh? Right to the tick. Come on, almost there. Tell you really, if it wasn't for the Autotrader, there's just no way I'd be able to stay in this trade. I mean, I know it. I mean, I have the Autotrader, and I'm so tempted to just click, you know, but I know better. I know the Autotrader can manage these trades, and the Autotrader is just so good at it. But it's still difficult, and I'm still am a human being, and I have the opportunity to get out of this trade now. And that's why I don't, and that's why I trust the Autotrader. So we have first target. Incorporated, and I didn't even notice. The count on the right hit its target of 500. And it looks like we had one tick of positive slippage, because remember, the number you see is after commissions. Well, we still have a lot of work to do on the funded. Unfortunately, I got nailed with that first trade, pretty much to the tick, took a loss. And these things happen. So the chart on the right will no longer trade since its target is met. And the chart on the left, next target is right close to 50, looks like 49 and change there. It'll get there. I mean, like I said, we break through 75.30, we're going to 7600. Boom, boom, and I recovered. Well, I can't say I recovered. The Autotrader recovered. I'll tell you, came within about $150 of stopping me for the day. My daily stop was 1,000, and then recovered all the way back. Would I be able to do this on my own? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. The Autotrader is just so reliable. And it has no emotions, no revenge trading, no chasing the markets, no increasing contracts, no moving stop losses back. I've seen this so many times over the past 10 months, but every time just amazed. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop for now. I recovered from a very big drawdown at first. Between the two accounts, I have over $800, and that's after commissions. And I'm just going to stop. And actually, it will give me an opportunity to talk about some of the questions that were asked on Friday, from the video on Friday. If you'll just give me 2 minutes, it's going to get a quick drink, and I'll be right back. All right, well, I'm back, and yeah, they are pushing them higher. Yeah, pushing them higher. Just this a little. All right, so a couple of questions came on Friday regarding funding companies and which one is better. So obviously, everything I'm going to say is my opinion and my opinion alone. I tried Top-Step before purchasing the Autotrader, and I was not successful. Just couldn't do it. I also tried OneUp before purchasing the Autotrader, and I was not successful either. Then, after the Autotrader, I took about 3 months to get to know the software and spend about 3 months of back testing before I tried OneUp Trader again for 150,000, and then I was successful. Simply, I guess the best way I can say it is that the Autotrader gave me the discipline I needed to get through the trades. The good examples was right over here, right? I mean, probably on my own, I'd be looking to get out early to try and recuperate some of the losses, but the Autotrader kept me in it. And doing this day in and day out allowed me to get funded. But beyond that, let's talk about, okay, so Top-Step is probably the most famous funding company. I'm not too crazy about the fact that they make you reach the profit target twice. Now, when I tried them, I guess maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago, after you completed when you completed the target the first time, you no longer paid monthly. From what I'm hearing, not sure if it's true, now they make you pay even the second time you're trying to reach the target. So for all these months, you pay monthly fees. And I don't think there's any reason for that. Why not? You reach it once, it should be good enough. They should fund you. OneUp Trader and Earn to Trade both require you reaching the target only once. So I like that. Let's talk about OneUp Trader. OneUp Trader has a couple of things you should be aware of. It's a legitimate company and they pay. I know because I received 3 checks from them already, or 3 wires, I should say. So they do pay. Here is what you should be aware of. They have a consistency clause, and you can read it on their website. Consistency clause say, I'm just trying to remember exactly what it says, because it no longer applies once you're funded, so I'm just trying to remember. It says something like, your best winning day cannot be greater than the sum of your 2 other best days. So for example, if you have one day that you just, whatever, load up on contracts, you get lucky, whatever, and you make $2,000 in one day, all right, it cannot be that all your other days are $100, $150, or $200, because then you will not pass this consistency clause. If you make $2,000 in one day, you must have the sum of your other, it's either 2 or 3 days. The sum of those days must be at least 2,000. So for example, if you had a $2,000 day, you must have another day where you made, let's say, 1,000, and then another day where you made, let's say, 600, and a third day where you made, let's say, 500. So the sum of those days must be at least equal to that one great day This is the consistency clause. Also, the way they calculate drawdown is a little strange. I'm going to try and explain this. Let's say you're in a trade and you're up $400. Let's say your trail stop kicks in to plus 100, price goes against you, and you're out at plus $100. Well, great. So you say, okay, well, I'm up $100. And it's true, they will recognize you as being up $100. But they will also say that you had a drawdown of 300. Why is that? Because your unrealized profit was 400 until you were taken out at plus 100. So the difference between the unrealized profit and the value of the account after you were out, that would be the drawdown. Now, I know that's not how we think, right? I mean, we think plus 100 is plus 100. Isn't it great? Well, the way OneUp is doing it is in this kind of way where they will consider your unrealized profit and then the drawdown from that highest point of your unrealized profit. Got to be careful with that, especially with the smaller combines, right? So combines that only allow you, I don't know, 500 or 1,000 or $1,250, or, you know, you got to be careful with that. Top Step Trader does not have it. From what I understand, they actually calculate by day end, you know, and they will calculate your drawdown based on that, which I think makes a lot more sense. But I guess every company has their own thing. Earn to trade. Earn to trade for me was the easiest one to reach the profit target. Earn to trade, as opposed to paying monthly, over there you have one payment that's good for 2 months. And they want you to reach a 10% profit target without drawing down 10%. Without having a drawdown of 10%. So it's a $25,000 account, and they want you to reach 27,500 without going down to 22,500. What I really like about Earn to Trade is, number one, you pay once for the 2 months. You're not paying monthly. Now, it is a small combine, 25,000. For the same amount of money, you would have a much larger combine in OneUp Trader. But remember, you're paying once every 2 months. You're paying one payment for the 2-month combine in Earn to Trade, and not every month. So that's something to keep in mind. But also, Earn to Trade, the way they calculate drawdown is, it's not a trailing stop. Okay, so what I mean, all right. Let's say you're trading and you finish the day up $1,000. So from 25,000, you went to 26,000. They still will allow you to go down to 22,500. You understand? So with OneUp Trader and Top Step Trader, the drawdown is like a trailing stop. If you are up 1,000, well, that drawdown stop goes up 1,000 as well. So if your total drawdown is 4,000, it will stay 4,000. But with Earn to Trade, as your account size increases, the drawdown max stays at 22,500. So now if you're at 26,000, now you're allowed $3,500 to go down. It is not a trailing stop. So that makes it easy. I think I completed the target within 14 trading days, and I never drew down below the original 25,000. Now, I am not funded yet because, like I said, it's a 2-month combine. I started April 30th. On June 29th is when I get funded. They require you to trade 30 days. So out of these 2 months, you must trade 30 days and at least once a week. But Earn to Trade has the least amount of rules. With Earn to Trade, you can keep positions overnight. With Earn to Trade, you can trade during major news announcements, such as FOMC, oil inventory numbers, non-farm payroll. OneUp Trader and Top Step will disqualify you for that. With those two, there are no positions allowed overnight, and you cannot trade during major news announcements. So, which one would I recommend? It's hard to tell. I really cannot recommend Earn to Trade yet because I am yet to see if they're going to pay. I know that OneUp pays, so I can recommend them. It remains to be seen. June 29th is when I'm funded, and the first 1,000. So the way it works with Earn to Trade, the first 5,000 is yours 100%. With OneUp Trader, the combine I chose, it was 8,000, 100% mine. So that first profit was all mine at 8,000. And after that, it's 80%. So today's profit of 363, I get 80% of that. With Earn to Trade, the first 5,000 is mine. There is no choice for that. The first 5,000 is mine. And then it's subject to whatever they decide the split is going to be. They are not as committed as OneUp Trader or Top Step Trader. They decide on individual basis what kind of a deal they're going to give you. What size funded account, for example. You are not guaranteed a $25,000 funded account. They will fund you, from what I understand, but it's not guaranteed to be $25,000. So that's different. And again, I'm going to have to wait and see how it's going to work. So even though the first 5,000 is mine with Earn to Trade, I can withdraw money at any time. So my plan is, after getting funded, the first $1,000 I make, I'm going to try and wire into my checking account, and I'm going to see if they actually are going to pay. Once I find out that they actually are paying, then I'll come here and I'll say that I recommend that indeed they pay. We'll see. Give me 1 minute, be right back. All right, there was another question regarding creating templates, how to optimize templates. How do I do it? I'm going to just say something first. I'm not avoiding a question, but it's a matter of how I look at the role of the Autotrader. When I create a template, it is never designed to be standalone. My templates are designed for a specific purpose under specific market conditions. So Randy said it before, and he's absolutely right. My approach is not the only approach. There are a lot of approaches that work, but this works for me. So when I design a template, unlike what Randy does, and by the way, Randy is really good at creating templates that are standalone, that over a period of time are profitable. They will have drawdowns, but over a period of time, they are profitable and they require no intervention or interaction whatsoever. You just put them on and let them go, and over a period of time, they will be profitable. That is just, I guess, that's not my way of working with the Autotrader. So when I design a template, I envision a certain market condition and ask myself, how can the Autotrader help me in taking advantage of a particular situation? How can it help me be profitable in a particular situation? Now, maybe I'll make a separate video where I can actually show you step by step. I don't want to get off this now, because the fact is, if we get a deep enough pullback, I might actually consider a long for the chart on the left, because I am below my daily target. For today it was 1,000, but even on a regular day, my daily target is 600. I'm below it now. I do believe in higher prices, but I just need more of a pullback. We are getting closer to that 7,600. I would love for it to pull back to maybe around 48. I don't know if it will ever happen, but if it happens, then I will. So yeah, so I'm not avoiding a question. I will address it possibly in a separate video, but that's how I look at the Autotrader. My templates are designed for a specific purpose. I will talk to Randy. Maybe he can actually make a series of videos how he goes about creating a template that is standalone. You know, Randy is not just a software developer. He's actually a trader. He knows a lot about trading. He's not a lightweight. So he has a lot to contribute. So I'm going to ask him to make a template, you know, to show how to make a template, how to go about it, and then how to optimize it. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enlarge this template, since the one on the left, done trading for today. And actually, I might take a long. So once again, I'll use the option over here. If it reaches this point, because there is a support over there. Like I said, ideally, I want to go down to 48, but it's just, I don't think it will, and here we are. So this is a minor support area, as you can see. It might break through it, in which case I'll just stop out, which is okay. But I think we do have higher prices, and I hope this will act as support. So far, it does not. Maybe I should have gone with my first instinct of waiting to 48. Just didn't think it would get there. While we wait, there was another question from last week regarding the Hakinashi bar. One of my videos when I had side by side, I believe it was super ankle or a range chart right next to a 450 tick Hakinashi chart, and it looked like the price was not the same with the Hakinashi chart as it was with the chart on the right. The price, of course, is the same. I mean, price is price. It wouldn't change from one chart to another. It is the way BWT created their Hakinashi bars that it looks like the price does not change intra-bar. Of course, it does. I think Randy is the best person to ask about this. He's the creator. You know, I am not a programmer. I know nothing about software development. But I do know, because I work with those bars, that they just be... a Hakinashi bar is an irregular bar in the sense that the opening and the close of those bars, in a sense, are fake. It does not open where it looks like it opens, and it does not close where it looks like it closes. However, those bars have a great benefit, and I've done very well trading with those bars, but they do behave differently intra-bar than, let's say, a regular range bar or a minute bar. So it is something to be aware of and get used to. But of course, regardless, trading on a chart, whatever orders you have will be filled in real time because price doesn't change from one chart to another. I hope it's not going to be one of those long trades because we will go higher, just a question of when. I'm gonna just let this video go. I'm not gonna pause it. I'm gonna walk away for a couple of minutes. All right, so we looks like we're going higher a little bit. Maybe just a little higher, not necessarily even all the way to the target, although probably should just stay. I just want to at least reach the 600. You know, unfortunately had that big loss in the beginning. What a shame too, huh? It really looks like it just got me to the tick. Hate that. All right. I'm going to take profit on one. I'm going to have the position here. And I'm going to move my stop maybe to break even. I want us to be now a losing trade. Doing all right, even if I'm a bit short of my target. I recovered from a very big drawdown. All right, you know what? Let's finish this up. Not bad, pretty much at my normal daily target. I do think we're going higher, but I don't want this video to get too long. Now it took a long, oh, you know why? See, that is why when you get out of the trade, you want to click the Autotrader off. I'm in a trade again. And taking targets, I'm in a winning trade. I didn't even realize that. Look at that. So this was a mistake. In this case, it ends up being a good mistake. But normally, I always click the Autotrader off. Look at this go. Huh. The reason, of course, I went long is because the trading precision trend went long. Well, I'm going to take profit on half a position again. I'm going to set break even. And you know what? I'll let it go now. Let's see what's going to happen. This was a complete... It was a freaky situation. All right, they're going to take me out at break even. It's all good. The BWT really thought of everything. The way one can control the Autotrader just from this panel on the right is extremely convenient. You can close half a position, you can close the second half of a position, you can set to break even, 50% trail, you can take longs or shorts at a certain point. I mean, they really thought of everything. This is really amazing software. In reality, I am not far from hitting my daily target. So if prices will just shoot up, I will be taken out, achieving my target. I'm guessing price will have to go to around 71 for that to happen. So my mistake, It just worked out. But my mistake was not turning off the Autotrader after getting out of a position manually. I got out by pressing close second position over here, and then I was taken out, but the precision trend went blue, and so the Autotrader took a long trade. For the most part, I pay for mistakes, and this time it just worked out my way. I am very close to hitting my daily target. Which would make it a pretty good day if it happens. I think maybe like 4 more ticks and I should be there. Boom, shakalaka. All right. Daily profit on a funded account has been reached, mainly because of my mistake, and the Autotrader is just doing its thing. So let's show that indeed this is a live account. And what a day. Yeah, so I will make a separate video on the way I go about creating and optimizing a template. This video is going to be way too long. But a very interesting day. Started off with a frustrating loss. I mean, really pretty much to the tick loss, and then recovery, and then a mistake that led to me hitting my daily target. So, you know what? A crazy day all around. Thank you for being part of it. See you tomorrow.